Peace to the world. We are in the new Black Wall Street. Yes, I said new Black Wall Street inside of Star Status, which is a store that represents athletics and inner me.
Welcome to Star Status Store. It is the home of inner me and athletics. Inner me is all about crystals, crystal jewelry. We customize the jewelry in the store if you want us to. We have bracelets, earrings, necklaces, and then with athletics, we have the world's first conscious sportswear brand.
Created sports logos and put it on sports apparel. So you can see right here we have Mansa Musa on the basketball shorts. We also have the ancient Egyptian Kemetic Herus on football jersey, tackle twill, captain's tag, heavyweight mesh, all quality material, authentic sports apparel. And y'all come see us at the new Black Wall Street Star Status store on Choctaw Street. Peace.
Yes, indeed, family. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Before we even start, I want to remind the family that the replay for Sunday's monumental workshop that we did with our good brother Slice, The Evolution Will Be Digitized 2022, is available on KTLUniversity.com. Yes, indeed. That is KTLUniversity.com. I want to give a big thanks for all of the KT aliens who showed up to be a part of that workshop. It was monumental.
To this day!
All right.
To this day!
So if you want to tap into the replay, it is available on KTL University. Yes, sir. With that being said, welcome to another episode of Melanin Mondays. This is episode 194. Yes, indeed.
To this day!
You are now rocking with the best.
To this day!
Yes. Let's do the roll call. Okay, let's do the roll call. Peace to everybody in the building. Greetings. Welcome. Let us do the roll call, and then we are going to get in the building. We're going to start the conversation. It's a few things to talk about. So we got Trinidad in the building, rightfully so. When I'm on my roster.
To this day!
Manaya Bing.
To this day!
You know what I'm saying? Twizzler Kalanji in the building. Yeah, I'm talking about. I might burn a chalice in front of y'all tonight. You never know. You never know. All right. Ross. Yeah. We got Jersey in the building and Ting. Brooklyn, Flatbush Massive. Yeah, I'm talking about. Yeah. Stand up. Rome, Georgia. I see you. Columbia, South Carolina. North Carolina. Jacksonville up in this thing. By way of Montgomery, Alabama. Okay. Denver up in this biatch. All right, Denver up in here. I see you, Denver. Virgin Islands, Blood Clot. Mondim from St. Croix. Crucian Massive. 7 Mile, Detroit. Okay, what's good, 7 miles? All right. Hey, we have Vinton, Louisiana. Vinton. First time I think I heard of Vinton, Louisiana. Wagwan, Tremont section of the BX and team was popping. Yes, SC in the hit. Look, if there's one thing that I know is that the Carolinas is always going to be here early. Like, I must be lit in the Carolinas because y'all pulls up. I appreciate love. I really do. Man, there's a house out there waiting for me somewhere. It's that much love from the Carolinas, man. I got to go and do my genealogy. I probably had a whole fucking empire in the Carolinas, the way y'all pull up. Jersey up in here. Wait a minute. Ghana up in here. I see you, Ghana.
To this day!
Yeah. To this day! Okay, peace camp. You in Cancun by way of Buffalo. I'm glad you in Cancun, fam. Shout out to all of the Buffalo. First and foremost, condolences to all of the ones that were lost in Buffalo, all of the family members out there that are grieving. I'm sending my condolences, love and light to everybody affected by the massacre that took place over the weekend and whatnot. Detroit in here, East Side Detroit, to be exact, East Side. And I'm talking about, all right, Buffalo is here, Rough Buff. You left in 79. Okay, T dot. All right, 504. You near Lake Charles? They got a Lake Charles in New York. What? There's a Lake Charles down there. Okay, Southwest Louisiana, no doubt. LA up in here was popping. Charlotte, the land of oaks. Is that oak tree or is that that's the oak tree, right? SC, all right. Miami, Wagwan, Texas A&M, Inglewood, all right, Inglewood, Carolinas, Columbia. Okay. Okay, y'all need to send for us. Get us flew us out. Get us flew out to the Columbia, to the Carolinas. Let us come out there and do something. You know what I'm saying? I definitely, when we start doing the conscious connections, we're gonna pull up to the Carolinas. We might pull up to Charlotte. We're gonna have to pull up to Queen City. We're gonna definitely show some love to the Carolinas because y'all keep it lit out there. Yeah, Myrtle Beach was popping. DC was happening. Sacktown was happening. Oh yeah, you like that live? Thank you. I appreciate that. We uploaded that live. I'll be uploading all of the lives to the YouTube these days because I'm aware that people on YouTube may not be familiar with the IG. So we keep it connected and whatnot. So if you're not subscribed to this page, don't be shy. We don't bite. I'm talking about. This ain't one of those toxic channels. Go and subscribe and hit the bell, the notifications, and you'll be informed every time that there's an upload. I just put something up by Blue Pill right before I went live. He had a very well thoughtful live on IG. I did something earlier, 19 Keys tapped in. We had a dope build and whatnot. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead, because what I don't want to do tonight is just repeat myself. Do you feel me? I don't really want to repeat myself and sound real parakeetish and whatnot. I really want to stand on new information and a new frequency. But you're gonna, you could tap in and get the bars, the early rising bars, the daytime bars and whatnot. Tonight we're gonna do the nighttime bars. I might even open up the lines. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Blockchain monkeys, what's good with you, my brother? It's been a minute. Yeah, make y'all subscribe and hit the notification bell. Make sure y'all hit that like button, because that like button that puts this the videos in the recommend, puts it on the front page and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That bill with Red Pill and 19 Keys should have cracked the back of YouTube. Copenhagen. All right. We spoke to Reagan in Copenhagen. Yeah, that's a bar. Everything rhymes with Copenhagen. Was really good. You know what I mean? The Pope was waiting in Copenhagen. I spoke to Reagan. The scope was waiting. Pope. Yeah. Doing the God Body Challenge. That's what's up. That's God Body of you. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Shout out to my mod in the building. Shout out to Destiny. I'm talking about. Like, comment, subscribe, share the broadcast. Cleveland, Mississippi. I didn't even know that. I just thought the land was Cleveland, Ohio. Okay. That's what's up. Shout out to Cleveland. Shout out to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. So yeah, really though, it was really good. How's everybody doing and whatnot? Shit. A lot of shit be going on in a few days. Last time we pulled up on Thursday, we was talking about YSL. Now there's a whole bunch of other things to talk about. There's a lot of things going on in the news to touch on and whatnot. I'm not going to talk about everything, but I'm going to talk. You feel me? I'm going to talk. You know what I mean? We're going to have some conversation. We're going to have some dialogue and whatnot. You feel me? Like I said, I do want to open up the show to say that that moon last night. Who saw the moon? Fire emojis. Who saw the eclipse last night? I had put it on my Instagram, but I had got a long ass inbox from somebody that was like, that's not good if you put it on film. And I respect that person. So I was like, fuck it. I'll just take it down. It's one of those, I'm going to post it and delete later and shit like that. But just to see it, I was watching it go. I don't even know what the fuck. Tell me what was going over the moon. What was covering the moon? Was it the sun? Was it the earth? Was it Mars, my nigga? Like, what the fuck was happening? Because, you know, I'm kind of slow. I'm not the sharpest tool in the motherfucking toolbox. I seen a whole planet covering the moon. I was like, this is strange, but whatever. You know what I mean? I did my little, that's Earth shadow. I don't believe that. We standing on the Earth. It didn't cast that a shot. Nah, fuck that. That was a whole planet going over that bitch. And yeah, the shit was, that was a whole body of something. It wasn't a fucking shadow. Y'all be falling for the hokey doke. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because when you read on things, you be like, okay, that's what it is because it's in the textbook. But when you're standing there, you know what I mean? Spirit, whatever be on my shoulder was like, nigga, that's not a shadow. That's a whole body of something going over. I mean, it was Planet X. Let's just say that. Something was covering the motherfucking moon and the shit looked kind of spooky for a minute. Yeah, the third or the fourth, you know, the stars were still starring. It ain't like, you know, the light from the stars was still starring, but the moon had got black and then it turned red. And I was like, God damn it, let me do my ashes. It was kind of wild. It was kind of wild. But whatever it was, I felt the energy from it. You know what I mean? It was a very prominent energy. And, you know, I did some affirmations, you know, I did some affirmations and things of that nature. I did not want to do no damn shrooms or anything. That was Kali. You feel me? What the fuck? That was something cosmic, y'all. That was something cosmic. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I put my phone and zoomed it in, whatever came back wasn't what my pupils were seeing. You feel me? I paid all of this money for the phone. I'm like, you're not precise enough. These iPhones, these shits need telescopes in them because they don't zoom in good enough for, you know, I need to see precision on the moon, my nigga. Like, I needed to see more. You feel me? It wasn't given. It wasn't given. I was like, that's not given. It's too blurry. You feel me? It's too blurry. Something is happening. But it was a powerful feeling. You was feeding all of the alley cats. That's what's up. That's what's up. Who was getting some nookie when the motherfucking eclipse happened? I'm not trying to be nosy or whatnot, but it was in Scorpio. So, and it was around midnight. I know you niggas get frisky after 10, you know what I'm saying? So who was getting some good? Because that's a whole ritual in and of itself. You know what I'm talking about? That's a whole ritual in and of itself. You feel me? But it was going down. It was going down. Somebody said that they wish, LOL. Well, you know they got them dolls and shit, right? You know what I'm talking about? You go to Amazon. You was tempted to pull your telescope out, but you resisted. Astaghfirullah. What are you talking about? Of all of the days in your fucking life, you know what I mean? Whoever bought you the telescope needs to take that shit back. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you didn't pull it out for, when are you gonna pull it out for? If you didn't pull it out for last night, like, when are you gonna pull it out? You was probably getting some nookie. That's why you didn't pull the telescope out. Let me find out. You know what I'm saying? The moon is going away with the return of our second son. Well, if it do go away, I just hope that the nighttime comes, because mine like red pill. I be needing my sleep, my nigga, and I like to sleep in the darkness. I do take old man naps in the daytime, but, you know, I do appreciate the darkness. How about you? You know what I mean? You want it to be 3 suns in this bitch and it's light all day like we in Alaska? I would, like, how do you even know that you're tired if there's no nighttime? How do you know that it's time to get nookie, my nigga, if it's not dark?
To this day.
I don't want that second sun.
To this day.
I don't want that second sun. You know what I'm saying? The nighttime it has a purpose. You feel me? The nighttime, how do you creep and there's no fucking darkness? Like, the nighttime has its purpose, my friend. So I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Spirit is telling me it wouldn't be good to have gotten some nookie during the. Is that right? Is that right? We should come up with a list of things that is good when it's the blood moon. You know what I mean? If it's not good for some action, what is it good for? Working out? You want to be in a studio? You feel me? Like, what is it good for? You know, no blood nookie. Okay, that part. That part. Yeah. Spirit. Yeah, but you know the moon. You know the moon. It creates some type of it gives you the illicit feelings of friskiness. That's what I heard. You know, that's what I heard. You've been on semen retention. Okay, TMI. That's what's up. Not TMZ, but TMI. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Trying to get on your Superman, I see. You feel me? I feel you on that. That's why I'm going back into my roots. You know what I mean? I'm on my Naya Bingy shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta look the part in order to play it too. So I'm gonna get on my I'm gonna get in my bag as well. You know what I mean? I'm getting in my bag. They call me Twizzler Kalanji. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna walk around Atlanta like this for a few days and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out there seeing what happens. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm my roster shit. You know what I'm saying? I might pop up on IG in Jamaica real soon. You know what I mean? They might reach out to the God and be like, yo, come and bless the island, rude boy. You know what I'm saying? Me see you upon the live with your bond them. I'm like, yeah, pull up. Yeah, give me fluid out to Kingston and ting and ting. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm in full Jamaican mode. I got the kufi ready. You know what I'm saying? I got my walking stick, my nigga. I done ordered some ballies and shit like that with the no socks. You know what I mean? Like I'm ready for whatever. You know what I mean? I'm cosplaying like a motherfucker. Somebody said you look more like Sizzler, nigga. I said Twizzler Kalanji. Not Sizzler, Twizzler. That's his eye, rude boy. That's his eye. Because Scorpio is about resurrection. It's shedding your skin, right? Scorpio is about rising phoenix and whatnot. So, I have to give rise to a new persona, and that's Twizzler Kalanji. You know what I'm saying? The righteous mandim from Jamaica that drinks sea moss for breakfast with a strong box, practice semen retention. You know what I'm talking about? Smokes out of the chalice. You know what I'm saying? And not the backwood and ting, the grabber. That's me. Yeah, man like Shatas. You know what I'm saying? Man like Shatas. I said she the walk. The walk is real Jamaican and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm Jamaican, but don't tell nobody. I'm repping the colors like Cape Otan. Yeah, fire burn the chichi man. You know what I'm saying? Fire burn the chichi. Burn down the chichi. Yeah, that part. Big salute from the island of Saint Eustachius. How you pronounce that? And where is that? What's going on? Yes, Ross. Yes. Hemp Lady. Yeah, wagwan. Yes, Ross. Yes, Ross. The accent is Jamaican. Yes, Rudy. Rudamir. Me have my brethren on the West End. The man is sell donuts. They call him man Donut Man. You know what I mean? The man have an episode called Think Champs with me and Blue Pillar on the YouTube. Go and check it out. Powerful episode, part 1 and 2. Yeah, I'm talking about man burn the chalice and burn down Babylon. Yeah, I'm talking about man burning down Babylon. Yeah, man is burning down Babylon. Jah Rastafari. Marcus Garvey, live it every time. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I'm an island boy.
To this day.
It's lit. I'm an island. Hold on, you niggas gonna revoke my FBA card. I'm an island boy. Blood clot. Oh, God. So yeah, man, just having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta laugh, keep from crying because it's sad out here. It's sad in these streets. And I'm mad sober. How about that? I ain't smoked nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't smoked a thing. I'm an island boy. I'm taking this shit serious. I'm an island boy. You know? Both of my sons is half Jamaican. So, you know, I'm giving back to the island. You feel me? Y'all gotta give me a fucking dual citizenship. I'm putting in for Jamaica. You know what I'm talking about? I'm extending y'all motherfucking membership. I'm extending your lifelines. You know what I mean? Both of my sons is half a Jamaican. You know what I mean? They not Africans, they Jamericans, you know? So we gotta have this talk. You know what I'm saying? Somebody give me the Twitter handle to the prime minister. You know? They both little rudies, rude boys. That part. Yeah, the Yardy legacy. The Yardy legacy. You know what I'm saying? This young thug run the ATL. Not right now. Not right now. You know? Not right now. I don't know what he run. He might be running Right Street. You know? But he don't run the ATL. You know? You'll be a Jafakin for the day too. Yeah, you know, shit. I'm called, you know, they could accuse me of cultural appropriation of being a Jafakin, but you know, we'll be okay. You know, we'll talk it out. We'll talk it out. So what happened since because I did a Saturday show, Saturday Live. I don't know if y'all watched it or not. We did a Saturday broadcast. What had happened since Thursday? Let's go over some of the things that had happened. So Thursday, Third Eye Thursdays, it was lit. You know what I mean? Me and Slice was doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? And right after that, at midnight, I stood up. I was like, I was gonna go live and whatnot, and fuck with y'all and do a Twitch to premiere Kendrick Lamar's album, Big Stepper and Mr. Morale. But I was like, you know what? That's a personal experience. You know what I'm saying? That's not really what I wanted to do at the end of the day. Sometimes, you know, when you're listening to an album for the first time, it's good to just listen to it by yourself. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I could influence the people, right? And my influence off of a first listen and whatnot, you know, I don't want to influence people the wrong way and shit. Cause there's some things that I might not hear. There's some things that I might hear. There's just some things that might not take to me the first time. And I don't want to spoil anybody's experience or whatnot. So, you know, I kind of was like, let me just live with this shit. But then I kind of played myself in a sense because I was listening to other people's. I went to listen to academics, DJ academics. Oh, this is in the area of St. Kitts and Nevis. Okay, I'm gonna Google that shit. It sounds like it's paradise. So, you know, I might pull up with the colors and whatnot. Y'all treat me like royalty with my walking stick. So I was listening, and then I listened to some white boy called Diverse Mentality, and that fucked up my first listen. DJ Academics, because them is young boys and whatnot. They listen to NBA Youngboy. He's infatuated with Drake and whatnot. He's a huge Drake stan. And he's a young boy. His mind isn't necessarily, you know, this is not a young boy's album. This ain't a pan. This is not a knuckle dragger, young boy. You know, you looking for the bop and whatnot. This is not what you get. And this is for people who went past a midlife crisis. This is an album for us niggas with receding hairlines. That part is for the ones that took the red pill. You know what I mean? Like you have to have lived some shit to really appreciate what this man has brought forth in this magnum opus. This is a masterpiece. Don't get it fucked up. You know what I'm talking about? Don't get it fucked up. No kizzy. You know what I'm saying? No kizzy. This is not that other shit. You know what I mean? Nothing to take away. Because I told niggas before, Future, I never really liked you. Heavy rotation.
To this day.
I mean,
To this day.
good dose of ratchetness. Good dose of ratchetness. You don't talk about good dose. It's a good dose of ratchetness for me. I'm listening to that. That's in heavy rotation. You know what I'm saying? What else is in heavy rotation? I don't know. I don't. What else was I listening to? But I'm giving the Kendrick album. And to be honest with you, this is not a formal review. I'm actually waiting for my brothers to do it with me. You know what I mean? I promised them that I would wait for them when they're ready, and we'll go ahead and we'll do the formal review to break it down. But the day after I woke up, I was sober. You know what I mean? My mind was clear. I didn't have too many people in my ear and whatnot. So I was like, I'm going to dive in. I'm going to give it a deep dive, which I did. And that shit was fire. I keep hearing about Denzel Curry. Yeah, I'm going to have to give him a spin. My son put me on a Denzel Curry like 2 years ago and shit. He was into Denzel and whatnot. I got to give it, when I hear Denzel, he got to work on his name. You know what I'm saying? He just got to work on his name because the name is not sending me. It's not giving me. You know what I'm saying? It's the name. It's not even the artist. It's just the name, Denzel Curry. I'm like, I'm good on the reggae right now. I'm working on my own album, Snoop Lion. You know what I'm saying? I hear Denzel Curry. I'm thinking that I'm finna hear some fucking Curry. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see bars in that name. So I'm gonna revisit it. I'm gonna go ahead and tap in. But I'm mad people have been throwing his name out there, so it must be something. I just don't like the gas. Joey Badass is dropping next month too. Okay. Yeah. If you know the Black Star album already dropped. It dropped on a yoga app. And I'm just, what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, y'all taking this woke shit too far. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Star and everything, but I'm just gonna wait till that shit hits the streaming platforms. I'm not finna go listen to it on the yoga app. I will go and listen to some Laundrell on the yoga app, but not motherfucking Black Star. I don't want that to be my first experience. Yeah, Vince Staples, he's dope. You know what I'm saying? He's dope. You know what I mean? Ransom is a monster. Ransom. Okay, so what's my nigga Pain? Right? I've been listening to Pain. My Blue Pill put me on to him. That Blue Pill, he's into him. Ransom is a problem, right? Ransom is a problem, right? And RJ Payne, he's a fucking beast. You know what I'm talking about? He's a beast, right? I like Rome Streets, Stove God and them, but it's like Blue Pill said. After what happened in Buffalo, it's hard for me to listen to Griselda the same. Like I'm not even charging them with anything, but it's hard for me to listen to niggas with the super tough talk and everything. And it's like, fam, niggas came to your town and just mowed down 10 people while y'all was busy beating up Freddie Gibbs, man. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I can't do it. You know what I mean? I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's you got to really live your shit if you really want me to. You said Onyx dropped a new album. No, thank you. No offense, but no, thank you. We're not doing that. Mm-mm. Nope. We're not doing that. Mm-mm. Not doing that. Do a feature with Billy Carson, where Billy is rapping. Is he? You want him to talk over the beat, or is he rapping? Ransom is Benny's older brother. No, no, no. They're not family. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm just saying, Conway and Benny the Butcher got bars. You know, I'm not gonna be too biased on them. It's just that, you know, they, you know, I don't know. It's like you can't just, you feel me? Like he talks on tracks, he got a smooth sound. Okay, I'll look into it. You know what I'm saying? I'll look into it. You know, I think I heard him say something about he might be rapping though. If my memory serves me correct, I think he says something about he might be rapping. I don't know, but shout out to that man. You know, Wiz Kid, Burner Boy, Tim's. Yeah, I'm really feeling out. Now I know about Rome Street. I was on Rome Street before a lot of people was on Rome Street. A Rashid Ben put me on to him. He got the old school Brooklyn flow. Like I just said, Rome Streets is fire. And I love the energy that Stove God has. You know what I'm saying? Like I could listen to the Coke rap here and there. You know what I mean? I just can't be inundated with it. Like I said, I believe Future over all of them niggas. And he's not even considered a Coke rapper, but I believe that shit. You know what I mean? Like it just impacts me a little bit more. Somebody, where's Jefferson? Is Jefferson in the building? I was in the whip with Jefferson and he was playing Pusha T album. And then he was like, and then he was playing, and that's right around the time when the Future shit dropped. And he was like, yo, I was like, which one you like the best? And he was like, oh, Pusha T got bars, my nigga. That's poetry. I'm like, nah, fuck out of here. Like, I'm good, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's poetic, but I'm not feeling that shit. Like, I can't close my eyes. He's painting a picture, but I'm looking at him, and it's giving me Carlton vibes. You feel me? It's giving me Carlton vibes. I'm not buying that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not buying the story that he's selling me. You know what I'm talking about? But when I hear Pluto, my nigga, I feel like I'm on Pluto. It's dark. I need to feel this shit. Yeah, it's dark. Like I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? I like when niggas don't even articulate their words because the feds is listening. Like I could understand what he's trying to say. You feel me? I could feel it. He don't even have to pronounce the word. I could just feel it. So I don't know. We're gonna have to have a verses with them niggas one day because I don't know. How do you negotiate a feature? Oh, you hit me on the email. You know what I'm saying? You hit me on the email. I'm gonna keep it 100,000 with you. If the track is super fire, if it's a classic, I'm not gonna tax you. I'm gonna charge you, but I'm not gonna tax you. You know what I mean? And that's a challenge for all of my conscious MCs to level up on their bars and whatnot. No offense to anybody out there, but if the shit sounds like a classic out the gate, I'm not going to tax you. I'm going to just charge you for studio time and some, you know, maybe the Uber and some other things, but I'm not going to go crazy and whatnot. But if I send you a ticket that's crazy, that's like a mortgage, my nigga, that's because you was lazy on your bars. The lingo is crazy and has many layers. Who might that be, sir? You know what I'm talking about? Who might that be? Let me know. Is that Pusha T or is that your boy Future? What do you think about Nature Boy and what's going on? I can't speak on that, family. You feel me? I can't speak on that. You know? Oh, the Pluto shit. Yeah, man. It's Plutonian. You know what I'm talking about? It's Plutonian. You know what I mean? It got layers to it. He got mad flows. How many flows does Pusha T has? Future got about 10. You feel me? Kendrick got about 5 flows. How many flows? Because I'm into flowetry. You know what I mean? You got to switch it up a little bit. I don't do the monotone one flow. You just hitting on boop, 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 and your production is not boop, 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 boop. Your production is kind of like, I'm just, and I'm down south, so it just hit differently. It's yeah. He took Valley's flow on a new album. Yeah, he's too polished. He's too polished for me. You know what I mean? It's too polished. Like, I'm good. Pusha T would be a monster if he was able to tap into the shit that Drake is able to tap into. Personal emo shit. He would be a fucking beast because and I'm punishing him right now by saying what I'm saying because he's too grown to stay with the cocaine lyrics and whatnot. Grow the fuck up. You have a child, my nigga. You've experienced a new chamber of life. Why don't you feel comfortable in your fucking plaits and your braids to articulate that? Why don't you use your poetry to bring about experiences that you experience? That's why Kendrick is the fucking three-headed goat, because that album was almost like I was tapping his phone. It was almost like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how niggas be putting the fucking camera in the Airbnb and you seeing too many things? Like, it was really intimate invitation into his brain. You feel me? We took a trip inside of his heart and his mind. You know? No, Future is the king of Atlanta. I just didn't want to say that because the feds is listening and what. I don't want to get my boy in trouble, but yeah, he run Atlanta. You know what I mean? He kind of runs Atlanta. The little niggas are little homies. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? There's no little niggas running this shit right now. They're still operating because there's a big homie out there that's really opening up doors, and they look up to the big homie because the big homie is the one who gave them the formula, right? There's no little baby, there's no thugger thugger and other people without the Future flow. So we got to pay, you know what I mean? They still pay homage. Let's not get it fucked up. There's not a they haven't really tried to come for the throne. Don't confuse album sales and success and exposure with power. That's the big wolf right there. You know what I'm talking about? That he's the big snake on the scene. But you don't want to put that out there because them peoples is listening. You know what I'm saying? So we got to keep him, protect Future at all costs. Gemini gang. Yeah, man. Gemini gang. Y'all Geminis are special when it comes to the music, not relationships, but in the music, y'all are something else. When it comes to creativity, you crazy motherfuckers are something else, bro. You know what I mean? The way you're able to channel 8 of your fucking personalities. That's why they got mad flows. The Geminis got mad flows because they got mad personalities. You know what I'm talking about? And whoever's able to channel them personalities, you have yourself a fucking star. You know what I mean? You have a star. So that's what I see in Kendrick, right? He got the Baby Keem flow. You know what I mean? He has the fast flow. He got a few flows. You know what I'm saying? He opens up the album by saying, I'm going through some shit. Automatically, the minute I heard that, I was like, oh shit, he's talking my language. You know what I mean? Nobody is saying that. You know what I mean? Drake even has the potential to be bigger than he is and whatnot, but he stays in a lane that is considered to be his comfort zone, right? He's a master at the emo rap. He bodies the scorpion, emotional motherfucking speaking to the hearts of women and whatnot, and being able to speak about his Scorpio ability to speak about his emotions and to go into the mental space between the sexes. There's nobody out there that's fucking with that. And that's not to take anything away from anybody who speaks to the ladies and whatnot. I'm not negating anyone's contribution to that, but he knows what he knows how to, and that's just not his only that's not his only power. He got some other shit with him too. But if he was able to channel his real inner thoughts on some Scorpio shit, go a little darker, and to give you, his social commentary oh man, he would body shit. But of course, he's compromised. Like somebody in the chat room said, he's not going to go there and whatnot. He's just going to give you vulnerability, and he's also going to give you this sense. You know, he really raps like a small hat. You know what I mean? Like his Jewish side. He's like a Seinfeld rapper. You know what I mean? If you understand what I'm saying and whatnot, dry humor, very, 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 very Jewish in his approach. If that means something, I'm trying to contextualize it in a way that small hat rap. That's right. He's able to. It's almost like, and you have to have a lot of Jewish friends to understand what I'm talking about. The way that they see the world, their perception of things and whatnot. They have this stance that's different than everybody. Somebody said George Constanza rap. Yeah, Big Crit, man. Yeah, he needs to sign with a team. You know what I mean? He just needs to get with a team. He should go over to PF or PG Lang, Kendrick's label, and humble himself and try to get on with that. You know what I mean? He needs a different. He needs a boost and whatnot from somebody who could bring him back in. Yeah, Jack Harlow tried to ride the Drake wave and whatnot, and he's trying his best to clone him. But it's gonna take it might take a decade to master that flow. You know what I'm saying? So if Pusha T, instead of doing what he's been doing, right, was able to do that, I think things will open up for him. And people who are not into, because I'm not all the way into coke rap like that. You know what I mean? It's something like when you're on Netflix and you just like, you know what I mean? You have a watch list and you're like, all right, today I'm going to watch Narcos, just to feed the coke dopamine. You know what I mean? I'm just going to watch Narcos and imagine myself to be Pablo for tonight. You know what I mean? I'm a kingpin with mad Mexicans around me, whatever. You know what I mean? Like it feeds that type of dark fetish that some of us have to be kingpins, because maybe we were kingpins in our past life. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you was a kingpin in in the Palladium star system. You know what I mean? You was selling fucking maybe you was out there selling vibranium, you know what I mean, by the gram and whatnot. Who knows? You know what I mean? But some of us, we tap into shit like that. So that's what it is with coke rap. It's a guilty pleasure. You know what I mean? It's like how y'all be eating fucking Klondikes after midnight. You know what I mean? It's a guilty pleasure. It's like how I used to eat my Hawaiian rolls, but it's not. It don't. It doesn't. That's not my 9 to 5. You know what I mean? I want bars. You know what I mean? I want conceptual. I'm a sucker for a concept album because of the fact that I'm an artist and I respect the pen. So if you could put together a concept album, Dr. Dre is a legend because he put together concept albums. The Chronic is a concept album from front to end. If you understand, Biggie Smalls, Life After Death, it started out, it's a concept album. Both albums, Ready to Die, Life After Death, concept album. Tupac Umaru Shakur, a concept artist who put together concept albums. And Kendrick Lamar, right, is cut from that cloth as well, a concept album. The tracking of the album, all of the songs coming together, even though he makes singles that could be singled out and be put on radio, but the body of work is a movie. It is a concept album, not because I said so. You just got to listen to the Damn is a concept album, To Pimp a Butterfly is a concept album, Good Kid, Mad City, concept album. It's not a mixtape. Do you understand what the difference between those tools are? So it becomes it's a soundtrack. It's a movie. It becomes visual, and nobody's fucking with his visuals outside of Travis Scott. You know what I mean? Travis Scott got the best visuals for his genre, but Kendrick is a master of the visuals and shit like that. So when the album opens up on Kendrick Lamar, and if anybody didn't hear the album, spoiler alert, okay? Yeah, Section 80, right? What's my thoughts on Toby? He's a beast. You know what I mean? He's a beast. Him and his wife, right? What's her name? You know what I mean? Fats. That's her name, Fats. He's a beast. Yeah, he definitely studied Outkast. Both of those, polarities, Equimini with Big Boy, you know what I mean, being the streets aspect and whatnot. Yeah, fact. The streets aspects, and definitely Andre 3000 for being the poet, being the person who embodies multiple flows, the straight Gemini, the water flow. So yeah, Toby is a monster. His visuals, everything about him, is just crazy, bro. Like, it's not too many artists that move me these days when they perform. He's one of them. Kendrick Lamar, he makes me pick my pen up, and he challenges me to basically dig in and become the poet that I know I am. And you know, shit is crazy for me, and I'm talking about all the way from back in the days of High Power, you know what I mean, all the way back then. He was one of the only artists, there's not a lot of them, that'll have me go right to the phone and start typing shit in my notes, or pick up a pen and get back to writing. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's the deficit that some of us artists are facing and whatnot, is we're not divinely inspired and shit like that. So we don't even pay attention to the craft like that, because it's not too many people that could bring us to that. Cambada, he makes me going right. You know what I mean? When I listen to Cam, my nigga, I'm going to right. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm going to right for real. Like, I go in my bag and whatnot. He gives me a spark. Even Rock, she does that for me as well. She gives me a spark when I hear her. There's a few artists that are like that. Oh yeah, go and listen to Diet Woke from Black Dot and Cambada. They just put that out. That's fire.
To this day. To this day.
That's fire. It's gonna be a long summer. You know what I mean? If music continues to drop like that, it's gonna be a nice summer for us. But when it comes to Mercury is in retrograde, and the planet for Gemini and Virgo rules communication. Yeah, the messenger of the gods. He even said in his album that he had writer's block for 2 years, and then he had to basically channel God, and then God started speaking to him. So he's like, that's the big homie and whatnot. That's who you hear. It's God. You know what I mean? I do believe that he's very, even I'm following his producer, Soundwave and whatnot, who's on every single track on the album. The soundscape that they put together, I wouldn't call it even hip hop. It is hip hop, but they bodied the soundscape. It's a fusion album, right? It's a fusion album. So the soundscape is different, right? The soundscape is different. It's in a good direction. To be honest with you, it's in a good direction. Me and Blue Pill was talking, and we was like, yo, I promise you, and I guarantee this shit is tweaked to 432 hertz. You know what I mean? Because it's bringing about emotions out of people. When I'm listening, when I'm reading the comment section, mad people is like, oh, I'm crying. This shit made me cry. It brought about tears and everything. You know what I mean? No, Earl Sweatshirt is cooking. He been cooking and whatnot. Go listen to his new shit. Yeah, the production is crazy. So on Instagram, I'm following the brother Soundwave, and he's posting mad pictures where he's in the mountains and shit. You know what I mean? He got mad pictures in the mountains. So I'm like, yeah, Kendrick been in the mountains. They've been on them boomies and whatnot. They've been on them shrooms and shit. He's dealing with his issues. You know what I mean? He's tapping in whatever religious modality that he's tapped into. He's infusing that, not in his music per se, because if you listen closely, he's like, I'm not going to be putting all of my personal beliefs into the music, because that's not what I'm here for. What I'm really here for is to utilize my belief system is healing me, and it's helping me be a little more transparent and whatnot. And this album is a personal album. Okay. And it's not, I didn't make it to please you niggas out here, right? I can't please everybody. I can't please everybody. I can't please everybody. I can't please everybody. Yes, thank you. This is the word, avant-garde hip hop.
To this day.
That's what it is.
To this
And
day.
the coke rappers tried to hijack avant-garde rap. Like that's what Jay-Z and all of them are trying to do with the Griselda movement, with Rock Marciano and all that. Those whole movements with the motherfucking Alchemists. They're trying to make avant-garde coke rap, right? You know, high fashion, high art mixed with coke rap. That's a whole new fucking movement. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, you know, we're gonna talk about moving bricks while we look at this Romare Burden and wear, you know, these $1,000 jeans and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? And we listen to the music that's being made on these soundscapes. That's where they at with it. You know what I mean? But I'm like, yeah, that shit cute and everything, but we more responsible. Planet Asia waved. Exactly. They ran with the planet. That's the whole Planet Asia is the godfather of that whole shit. Shout out to Planet Asia. Like I said, I go with the original versus carbon copies, the facsimile. I go with the quote unquote primary source, the primary source to that whole fucking movement. And they'll say it themselves. It's Planet Asia. Shout out to Planet. Might even have to get him on the show one day. Yeah, I'm talking about, yeah, ghetto gospel. How do I feel about drill music? It's drilling. You know what I mean? Kendrick album, a masterpiece. Yes, it is. How do you feel about Kevin Samuels passing? Yeah, we had talked about that. You know what I mean? I had said it before, and this is my statement, that I don't wish death on nobody, right? Well, not nobody. I don't wish death. I didn't wish death on him. Take off the foo-foo. I didn't wish death on him. I wished healing on him, right? And he's been healing he's healed other people. He's healed, he's healed a lot of black men. There's women that publicly saying that he healed their marriages. He helped their marriages. He's an image consultant, right? He's an image consultant who was, you know, out there helping people, you know what I mean, with their images and whatnot. So the same way, I did not hear anybody calling for the death of the person who shot grandmothers in Buffalo on Saturday. I didn't see the contingency of brouhahas, black women, single mothers, you know, niggas, grandmamas, grandfathers, uncles and aunts, people who got grandmamas, you know what I mean? I haven't seen them calling for the death of that man or that young boy who went and live streamed a whole fucking massacre. Yeah, I heard about Kevin Samuels on the Atlanta episode. You know, it's crazy. And shout out to his mama, you know what I mean? Shout out to his mama. He had a whole mother and whatnot. You know, he had a whole mama. So what I wished on him was just more healing. You know what I mean? Not to say that, you know, he wasn't working on his healing, but we're all working on our healing. Some of us are works in progress and whatnot. In my mind's eye, because I'm a weirdo, in my mind's eye, I would have wanted him to run into one of these goddesses that's in this community that you know, I can't have all of y'all. You gotta leave some for somebody else. No, I'm just playing. I would have hoped that he went to Tassili's one day and got a punani rap and then ran into a goddess and whatnot that swept him off of his feet and took him out of Neiman Marcus, you know what I'm saying? Put him in some mud cloth and healed that nigga. Some sound bowl healing and whatnot, you know what I'm talking about? You know, some good tantra, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Some good tantra, you know? And really put him under the fucking wing, because that's what can happen in these Atlanta streets. You know what I'm talking about? That's what can happen in these streets out here. You know what I mean? I would have hoped that he would have pulled up to the Malcolm X Fest and, you know, got his whole life changed, because I don't think that he was exposed to the totality of the wide spectrum of what the Black goddess represents. You know what I mean? I really don't feel like he ran across a contingency of these sisters that are out here in these streets. You know what I mean? Peace, Jefferson. I was just talking about you a minute ago. I was telling him we was in the whip listening to Pusha T and Future, and you had said that Pusha T's album was harder than Future's album, and I was like, Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, so rising power to him. I'm sure people will find out in the next few days or whatever if through the toxicology report what was the cause of his death. The age that he made his transformation is way too young. You feel me? Way too young. Men and women, get your hearts checked out. You know what I mean? Check on your heart health, your arteries and whatnot, your prostate, all of that shit that you need to really check. Check the fucking engine, my niggas. Check the engine. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Check the engine, because you never know what might happen. You might run into something that might make your heart stop. You know what I mean? You might get in, you know what I'm saying? You might get in that, you might be getting that motherfucking you might be in a session, you know what I'm saying? And my nigga, if your heart is not built for it, you don't know what might happen. You know what I'm talking about? Especially you niggas that be on there popping the motherfucking gas station pills and whatnot. The big ant, you know what I mean? And the rhino pills and whatnot. God forbid you on the blue pills and some Red Bull, my nigga. You dancing with the devil just to motherfucking, just to get an extra 10 minutes in. You dancing with the devil. So be careful in these streets, because they taking niggas down. And if you got the Jabberwocky and whatnot, that even increases the motherfucking risk even higher. I was reading the manifesto of the shooter, the Peckerwood from Buffalo, who killed the grandmothers and all of them in Buffalo. He said that he had 2 shots. It's in his manifesto. His manifesto was crazy. His manifesto that this nigga put out, if he didn't put out, whoever put it out, is crazy. It is propaganda at its finest. I would tell anybody that has a weak mind, stay away from it, because you could get sucked into the propaganda. I'm gonna just leave it at that, because the way that they wrote it and the shit that they're talking about and the way that he's answering certain questions is like he's being interviewed and whatnot, bruh. And the manifesto is not for black people per se. The manifesto is for the European white population, and he needs to get the RICO. The thing with them is they do the lone wolf thing, right? That's how they dodge a lot of the RICOs, because they pull up, they do the lone wolf. They say that they acting on their own, right? So once you're acting on your own, and the RICO states a party of 2 or more and whatnot, they're able to dodge those RICO indictments, and they just be like, you know what? Just take it to trial. You know what I'm saying? If I'm guilty, I'll get life, or I'll get the death penalty, but I'm gonna walk the yard like an Aryan god. Because if you niggas never been locked up, and you see how these white boys, these niggas walk the yard like Thor. These niggas is walking the yard like Thor, my nigga. Don't let nobody ever misconstrue and fuck it up and make you think like these white boys is behind the wall mad scared. No, these niggas is walking the yard like Thor. You know what I mean? American History X. You feel me? They walk in the yard. They don't have no worries. Facts. I don't give a fuck. He had Dylan Roof on. Of course, he had Dylan Roof on his gun. Did I not tell you for the past few years about the importance of Dylan? Remember, Dylan Roof killed a fucking senator, bro. And they'll never tell you that. They'll never tell you that. I'll open the lines, but you niggas don't give me the RICO charge. Don't get on here and start acting all crazy. No rebel rousing, please. I'm not trying to be in cellmates with fucking Gunna and Thugger. You know what I mean? Like, I love my freedom. You know what I'm talking about? I actually do. I love my freedom. So if I open up the lines, just don't go full fucking, don't go rebel rousing on us. That's all I'm saying. We could give our condolences, but I'm not finna get on here and have no emotional rants with the callers about what took place and what we should be doing and what we're not doing. And you know what I mean? We're not doing that. That should be giving me a headache at night. We're not doing that. You know? Yeah, you said I'm moving fast on the videos. Yeah, we turning them out. We turning them out. You know what I'm saying? We turning them out. They not even the Vikings though. You can't tell them that they not the bloodline of the Vikings though. Are you serious? You don't know about these quote unquote nationalists? You don't know about these nationalists? They're identifying with the Vikings, the Nordics and whatnot. They mad Viking. You serious? And they got a movie that just came out called The Northman. That's a battery for them. You know what I'm saying? Like they hype. They gonna get hype. They're gonna get hype. But Kendrick was right on time. He told you to work on yourself. He told you to, work on yourself, go inside, get you right. Can't please everybody. You understand? Work on yourself, get your family in order. Some of your family affairs, help the family heal from your trauma. Clear some things up that's going on inside, and maybe the world around you and the situations that you're being exposed to might even clean up as well. Where is the manifesto? I don't know. It's hard to find it online. They kind of scrubbed it from the internet because of the contents of it. These small hats do not want you to read it because he dedicates about 40 pages to go all the way in on them. But damn near every single manifesto that they've written goes in on the small hats. And the small hats are still financing and they embed with them. It don't matter. It's a bunch of, you know what I mean? But the shit is propaganda. It's mad propaganda. J. Cole is the truth. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole is a beast. Are you happy for me? Are you happy for me? Yeah, the Ukrainians are the Khazars. Yeah, shit crazy, bro. The Northman is teaching them how to go into their Nordic spiritual bags for war. Thank you. And so did American Gods, because the main character of the American Gods is a Nordic god. It was fucking Mr. Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? And they had Thor in there. They had Loki in there. You feel me? All of them were there. All of their gods were there. You know what I mean? And then they threw in our gods as well. They threw in Anubis, Tahuti. They threw in the Orishas in the third season and whatnot. But the whole shit, Mr. Wednesday is Odin, right? And there's episodes where they talk about Thor. You know what I mean? They even have the Vulcan god. Like they're going in, and they're showing you blood rituals. They're showing you how they brought the gods over here. They have Mad Sweeney, which is the Irish god. They show you. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of meditation tonight. I might have to do another American God series because shit heating up in these streets. Shit is heating up in these streets, and I haven't taught in a very long time. So I might have to do another American Gods before it's all said and done. Yeah, they got a Nazi in there. So they gave us our versions. They threw our gods in there. You know what I mean? It's not a racist show. It's not like it's keeping us out of they're explaining how America, the United States of America, is a hodgepodge. It's a gumbo pot of many different gods who were brought over here. Because one thing you can't do is you cannot stop other people and other nationalities from bringing their spiritual systems back over here. That's what they're going to do. Is Trump getting back in office? Well, the ritual that just took place on Saturday was the official inauguration of the Trump movement. That was the beginning of it. Mark my words. You're going to hear more from Trump. You're going to see more from Trump. This was the beginning. This was the quote unquote consecration of the new Trump movement. Okay. That's what you saw, because that's what he represents. Because the manifesto, it reads about making America great again. It doesn't say that in verbatim, but What America Make America Great Again is a code word. It is a dog whistle for what? White nationality, purification of the white race, being able to protect the white race by any means necessary. When you see them outlawing abortion, they have a huge problem with their fertility rate. They have a huge problem with their fertility rate. They don't necessarily speak about abortion and whatnot, but they have a huge problem with their negative fertility rate. They feel that there's no way that they could stay in power in the next 100 years and their children will be safe with the numbers of fertility bottoming out and white people dying at a feverishly rate. So when Trump came into office in 2016 and he was going into those hick towns and he was going into places that had the negative fertility rates, he was able to speak the language that spoke to the fear that many of them already have because they were dying from deaths of despair, drunkenness, overdoses. They were dying, the white Anglo-Saxon male, from the ages of 20 to 60, they were dying out. There was a spike in their deaths and whatnot, and they were not talking about that in mainstream media. So what did he do? He galvanized the White Walkers. Okay, he galvanized, he woke them up, and he gave them something to be invigorated about. Those same people that ran down on the Capitol on January 6th, those were the White Walkers. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. So the fact that you see them outlawing abortion, they're telling their women's and whatnot, you finna have them babies, huh? All that other shit you niggas
To this day.
you finna have them babies.
To this day.
You know what I mean? You finna have them babies because we need them babies. We need them numbers and whatnot. We can't justify being a majority and whatnot and calling these niggas minority when everywhere that you go, niggas is light brown. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody is light brown. It's called the tanning of America, aka, translation, niggas is getting busy in these streets. You know what I mean? They busting them Beckies down. And them Beckies is choosing. You see it. You know what I'm talking about? They got your lashes. They wearing your lashes. You see it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. What do they call them? Pogs. PAWG. Fat ass white girls. You'll see it. You know what I mean? You see it. So that's where they beef is with. They women. But they're not going to kill the women. They just going to kill the niggas. So them killing black women, right? Because they ain't coming to he didn't go to the basketball court and start spraying shit. He went and killed their mamas and their grandmothers and whatnot. Because all that is to invoke fear in other grandmothers. Because we are very emotional people. We are a compassionate people. And if you hurt one of us, it's like you're hurting all of us. The same thing that you saw happen with the Trayvon Martin ritual by them murdering and executing and lynching a black teenager and whatnot. That sent reverberations across the quote unquote black nation, right? The melanated nation and whatnot globally. So mothers, aunties, and all of that, they saw their children or they saw their family members in Trayvon Martin. So when they publicly execute our people, we feel it. George Floyd, Mike Brown, Sandra Bland, we feel it. We are affected by it. Europeans and whatnot, I don't know if they have the same type of feelings when they people get smoked and shit like that. But I don't know if they feel it like that. Yes, they're attacking the collective consciousness. Even in the Kendrick Lamar album, there's a skit where the therapist called Eckhart Tolle. What is his name? Eckhart Tolle. Could somebody give me his name? And he talked about the fact that the pain body has to be fed, right? There's a collective pain body, and that collective pain body is a consciousness, aka an egregor, and it has to be fed more pain. So there's an aspect of us as a collective. There's an egregor that we have as black people that go all the way back to chattel slavery. Eckhart Tolle, right? Eckhart Tolle. He's in the skits and he has a skit on the Kendrick album that speaks about the collective pain body. So the collective pain body on Saturday was collectively effective. That's why I saw women. How many women woke up crying either today or yesterday? Give me a response in the chat. How many people woke up crying when you saw the faces of the people who got murdered in Buffalo? How many people, men and women, that were affected by that? Just be honest, please. Okay, Eckhart Tolle. My bad. You know what I mean? You know, I be butchering names, and I'm Benny the Butcher when it comes to names and shit. And over here on this side, you know what I mean? On this side, I'll butcher the shit out of somebody's name if I don't. Right? So here you go. It's not just me saying it. You know what I mean? This is we're being interactive, and we're being interactive with our audience to show that I'm not just talking to talk. Right? Yes, the tap dancing sound effect. Everybody is tap dancing around their issues. Everybody is tap dancing. He's like, I'm done with tap dancing. Right? One, you was on 1,000. Right? Okay. Right? Okay. So sadness and tears. So the collective bodies of us are affected, even if we don't even know why. We're waking up and we're feeling some type of way. Right? Oh, sorry about Brother Dez. I'm sending y'all energy and whatnot, love and light. You know what I mean? Okay. It's triggering people so they understand what it is that they're doing. Henceforth, the name PsyOps. When we say PsyOps, we're not saying false flag as if people didn't get killed. We're saying it's a PsyOps, it's a psychological operation. And the psychological operation is strategically planned. He was going to do it on Friday the 13th. That's what he wrote in the manifesto, but he did it on Saturday the 14th. He chickened out on Friday the 13th, right? He chickened out, but he did it on the day of the blood moon or the eve of the blood moon on that Saturday and whatnot. Still, like watching Roots. Exactly. It's triggering, right? It's a trigger because we have a connected pain body, trauma bonding and whatnot. So you see the ambulance chasers out here trauma bonding on Instagram and on social media. Niggas who been mad quiet, right? That nobody was listening to over the time because they was trying to be celebrities and whatnot instead of doing what the fuck they were supposed to do, instead of being proactive. You didn't see all of the ambulance chasers on the fucking gun range and whatnot. You didn't see them telling you, yo, dude, it. No, they pop out when there's a body and whatnot. They pop out when there's death. They pop out when there's fear and whatnot, and they get to ambulance chasing. So now they are on my timeline, flooding my timeline with all of this propaganda about, oh, you're not mad enough, and you're not this, and no. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm talking about? Stop talking. How about that? Why don't you niggas learn to be quiet sometimes? Because you haven't done that before. You haven't conserved your energy and then put in some work, my niggas, because the drillers are for hire. You know what I'm talking about? And you niggas are from the streets and y'all keep disrespecting the street code because y'all not doing street shit. You're not doing street shit. You niggas are cosplaying and you're code switching when shit is convenient for you, and I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. Make a movie and don't make a smoothie. You know what I'm talking about? That's the word of the fucking day. Make a movie instead of making a smoothie. You niggas on your namaste, and it's not time for namaste, my niggas. Make a movie. And don't put it on the internet either. I want to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? We'll find out, you know, shit, you know. Make a movie, nigga, not a smoothie. Now you niggas want peace. You know what I'm saying? And they're retarded. You know what I mean? They're retarding the people with the stupid shit. That's why people are so fucking confused and they have mixed emotions and they're being pulled in all type of directions by the ambulance chasers and these weak-hearted motherfuckers out here, and they really in bed with the ops like that. And they're playing, yeah, I'm definitely going to be careful with my wordplay. They're playing off the strings of the emotions, off of the hearts of the people. And that's a double homicide. You understand? That's a double homicide. They should just shut the fuck up and just shut the fuck up when you hear love talking. Shut the fuck up when you hear love talking. That's a Kendrick bar. I got to give people their BMI credits. You know what I mean? So I don't get a copyright strike. Shut the fuck up when you hear love talking. Just be quiet. Why y'all got to talk all of the time? It's uncalled for. We know what happened. We see it the same way that you see it. We don't need the delayed response. We don't need the reactionary fuckery. You know what I mean? We're tired of, we saw that movie already. It's like watching the fucking Tyler Perry or BET Plus, nigga. You made the same movie 10 times, my nigga. Like, what are you doing? And you got a whole studio. You know what I mean? Where's the scripts at? No new scripts? Okay, you keep rehashing the same script every single time. We seen this movie before. We know it ain't gonna lead to nowhere. It's a fucking dog chasing his tail. This is the Tower of Babel. These niggas are babbling for your cash apps, for your energy, for some attention, for some follows and whatnot. And you know, it's horrible at this point. It's horrible the way that they stand on the cadavers of our people. You know what I mean? The way that they do that. It's so dishonorable. It's so fucking distasteful. And we allow that shit to just fly. And I'm like, when is that going to come to an end? Because they're not doing that on the other side. They don't have modalities like that on the other side. Don't get it fucked up. You know what I'm talking about? They do not get it fucked up. So the brother made a beautiful album called Big Stepper and Mr. Morale. And that the young boy went and he did some Big Stepper shit, you know what I mean, in Buffalo. That was a Big Stepper move right there. And he stepped on our people. He stepped on some grandmothers. You know, like Blue Pill pointed out in his live, those were prominent Black people. That wasn't just some regular. Those were some prominent people that he killed in that supermarket. How did he get that lucky? He killed some prominent people the same way that Dylan Roof killed some prominent people in South Carolina at that AMC at that church and whatnot. This nigga killed a senator. I don't think y'all be hearing me when I say what happened with Dylan Roof. And they bought this nigga to Burger King. He killed a fucking senator, bro.
To this day.
I don't understand.
To this day.
There's no country on this planet that you could go and kill somebody who is a senator and you're not already, you're still on this, you're still on the earth and whatnot. It's impossible. He killed a senator, Senator Pinckney. Nobody, the mainstream media don't even talk about that. They covered that up. He carried out a political hit. You feel me? And when he carried out that political hit, right? That was treason right there. You know what I'm talking about? That was treason. What did that do? That emboldened young Peckerwoods who be in the forest just shooting deers and whatnot. Because they not built like that to bring it to our people. Homie, he had to go and shoot at niggas' grandmas because he has white inferiority complex. He's a Peckerwood. He's not built like that. So he had to go and do what? Terrorize soft targets. He didn't go to a Benny the Butcher concert. You feel me? He didn't go to the restaurant where they was beating up fucking where 20 niggas had jumped Freddie Gibbs the same day, Saturday, the same day of the massacre. They jumped Freddie Gibbs in Buffalo. It was like 20 members of BSF, Black Soprano family. He didn't go to that restaurant and shoot them niggas on the way out the restaurant. He went and chose grandmothers, bro. If that doesn't show you a coward, the only thing next to that is going to shoot up a fucking nursery. If that doesn't show you the cowardice, if that doesn't show you, and he was about to kill himself. He was about to pull the trigger and blow his head off and whatnot. But the little devil popped up on his shoulder and was like, nah, you look at you'll be all right. They're gonna take care of you. The Buffalo PD gonna take care of you, and the Buffalo Corrections is gonna put you in PC. You'll be all right. Lived it. He said in the manifesto, if I don't die, I'll go to jail, and either I'll die watching these niggas suffer, or when a race war pops off, they're gonna come and get me. That's what he said. I'm not making this up. I read the manifesto last night. It's 180 pages. I be doing a lot of shit and it be fucking with my mental space just so I could investigate and report to my people. I be seeing shit. I be reading shit. I be in a muck of the mire and whatnot. And nobody really cares about my mental health. You know what I mean? But I be having to do these things because I be wanting, I'm a reporter. That's the position that I decided to lock myself into until I decide to get on some Kendrick shit and say, fuck all of this shit. I'm worrying about me and mines. I'm out of here. Kiss my ass. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm not, the appreciation is at like 2. But it is what it is. Somebody got to do it. So I'm sitting through reading all of this propaganda, all of this fucking low frequency shit, all of this white supremacy, white nationalist rhetoric and whatnot. And I'm just getting tight. You know what I mean? I'm just like, God damn it. Look at this shit. Because I said it in the video that I did earlier. The ritual is the manifesto. It's not the killings. The killing is a part of the ritual. But the real caveat of the whole thing is the fact that the manifesto is floating around and it's going to be read. It's already being read by multitudes of people on a global scale, not local, my friends. He's identifying himself as a European. He's like, he said, America is ours. Europe is the motherland. And we in other places too. Argentina, South America. He's like, yo, we all over, nigga. And he was like, I'm not identifying as an American. I'm a European in America. My parents and peoples is from Europe. I got European bloodlines, and it's a pure European. He's identifying as a European. And the names that he wrote on the rifle are European. It's a mixture of Americans and Europeans who went out there and created and carried out massacres. Like you had the European who killed the Muslims during, I believe it was Ramadan. It was called a Mosque El Noor and whatnot. He said that's what radicalized them. When he saw that video on the dark web or 4chan and whatnot, there's a video because the dude live streamed it. If we could remember that, there was a massacre that took place, right? There was a massacre that took place a few years ago that was live streamed, right? I think he killed like 50 people. And the shooter from Buffalo said that when he saw that, because he was like, he's being as transparent as he can be, or he's writing his narrative, whether it's made up or not. He's like, I was online. I wasn't radicalized in real life. Nobody in the real world was talking to me like this. But here it is. I'm online. I'm searching for myself. I find these websites. They start talking to me. I'm like, damn, they're making these points and whatnot. And I go further down the rabbit hole. I get more radicalized. As I become radicalized, I was going to commit suicide because when I realized, that black men was piping our women down, you know what I mean? Donkey fucking them. I felt the kind of way, the same way that any white boy watching Pornhub or anything, they got to feel a kind of way. Any white dude that's fucking in the South walking around and whatnot, or in the trailer park and seeing their women spinning the block with Jerome and these niggas and Kodak Black, they got to feel a kind of way. So their inferiority complex deals with the fact it goes all the way back to Moorish Spain, and it goes all the way back to the days of Hannibal. It's genetically inside of them. Francis Cress Welsing pointed it out. There's nothing that you can ever do that's going to stop that. We on the other hand, when we see our women with them, you know, yeah, we feel a kind of way, but we not saying, oh, I'm finna pick up the Draco and go spray up the motherfucking country club. It don't make us want to commit acts of murder. Oh, I'm gonna just pick up the Draco and spray the bed winches and whatnot at the fucking you know, at the bed winch fucking reunion show. No, we don't, you know, niggas is ain't we just be like, fam, you can have her. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, take the lace fronts. Yo, bring the furry slippers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and the Fashion Nova. Put it in a box. Here. Yeah, here, take her and never bring her back, because once y'all get them, we don't want them back because we know what y'all do with them. You know what I'm saying? You don't talk about. Y'all niggas are savages. Once you get with a Viking, nigga, you know, you're no longer you know, you a free agent. You can't even be traded back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's like when a nigga in the NBA goes overseas, they're not taking them back. You in the subdivisions. We don't want you back. You know what I mean? It's too late. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's too late. You can have her. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, you getting ghetto gagged and everything. It's over, sister. It's a wrap. You know what I mean? You in limbo after that. You know what I'm talking about? That's why y'all be on them vacations and y'all don't want us to see who taking them pictures, because you know, if we see that you with fucking Mr. Charlie and whatnot, you finna get cut off the right way. That's the extent that we take it. We disown you. You get excommunicated. You not invited. You come back to the barbecue if you want to. Niggas is gonna treat you like a dog. The love is lost. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. I don't know if Kevin Samuels or anybody in the manosphere told y'all this, but the love is lost. Niggas is non-forgiving when it comes to that. They might smile in your face and everything, but the love is lost. You know what I'm saying? The magnetism is gone. You know what I mean? There's a cord that got cut. You getting passed around. They crowd surfing. They passing you around. You know what I mean? Ghetto gagging you. Like, no, we do not want you back up in here. You know what I'm saying? You made the wrong decision in life. You know what I'm talking about? You're going to have to atone for that. You know, you're going to have 100 yoni steams.
To this day. To this day.
Yoni steam got to be the size of an Olympic pool or something. Like, you know what I mean? We'll, you know, we ain't with that. But them, on the other hand, what are they doing? They're called incels. They're killing their women. They're murdering their women. They're murdering black men and cutting off their phalluses and whatnot. The police who be pulling black men over like Big George Floyd, that's all penis envy. That has to do with white inferiority. The fact that they'll pull you over and gun you down and whatnot. They probably just finished watching a black man fornicate with a white woman and they take it out on you. That's the hatred that they have, because it's dealing with the genetics. It's dealing with the fact that because anywhere that you go, anytime you cross that thin line and go into radicalization on that side, it all has to do with sex. It all has to do with Black Life Matter. And what is Black Life Matter? It's black semen. It's our sperm. It's the super sperm. Black life, the matter that holds black life is the semen, right? The matter that holds the black life, the matter that is the fear of the black planet, the matter that matters, right, is your chi, it's your blue light, it's your sperm, my nigga. That's what they afraid of. Okay, they not afraid of the black egg per se. Not to. I'm not trying to compare us, but it's the Black Life Matter. Right? They like all lives matter. No, nigga. That's why they have that shit on the lawn. You go into these white neighborhoods, they still got the fucking sign on their lawn. Black Life Matter. I guess that's like a come and ring my bell, nigga. It could go down with Miss Becky during the hours of 12 to 3 when Bob is at work and whatnot. That's what they really saying. It's like code language. It's like code language. Black Life Matter. Right? That's what they fear. That's what they're fighting against. That's what they don't want their women to be picking up on. Because to be honest with you, is it Mexicans that's threatening the genetic annihilation of the white race? You know what I mean? Is Juan Valdez pulling up on Becky like that? Is it the fucking Asians, my niggas? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? I be saying, is the Lees and the cheese and whatnot? You is fucking Jet Li swirling with a fucking Karen like that? No, nigga, that's not what they're talking about. Let's be clear. Historically, that's not their beef and whatnot. You know what I mean? The Arabs with the fucking turbans and whatnot, they don't feel threatened by them. The Indians with the red dot, they not like, oh, nah, our women is out here choosing fucking niggas from Bangladesh over there. You know what I mean? And no, Balky and them, that they're not like our women is choosing up on Balky. You know who it is. We're not gonna start playing stupid because we're not that dumbed down. You know what I mean? I have an intelligent audience, KT aliens and whatnot. We've been on this shit for years, right? We're highly intelligent over here. So we know what's happening. Penis envy. If you don't, I mean, if I'm a little too harsh and whatnot, just go ahead and Google the ISIS papers by Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. She is in the ancestor realm orchestrating this shit like the Philharmonics. Because at the end of the day, niggas will not listen. Because what is this going to do? It's just going to drive more of our women on that side. It's going to make them fetish a little bit more. It's going to make them swerve a little bit harder. It's going to make them swirl a little bit harder. Our men are not going to slow down and stop piping Becky's and chasing behind them and whatnot. It's going to make them go a little bit harder as well. We don't listen. We don't learn. We run into the burning building. So they are in dire fear of annihilation genetically. Nothing else. If there's all of the groups, there's something called a 14 words, right? That's their oath, right? That's their constitution. If I could share the pages, I will. Like I said, I'm gonna talk to my team and whatnot. I might just have to do another series of American Gods before the month is out, because you know I want to bring my empirical proof, and I don't want to do it on YouTube. I'm not interested in putting all of my information on YouTube and whatnot, because I don't want them to own my shit, and I don't want them to take my page and whatnot, and I don't want somebody to get butt hurt and go and report this shit like how they usually do and whatnot. You know what I mean? Because the way that the length that I want to take it, the depths that I want to take this shit, I can't do it on the Tubington. Okay? I can't do it on the Tubington. But we got to get this shit broken down once again. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we be forgetting shit. It's so much distractions out there. There's so much distractions and programming and shit like that we tend to forget. And it's okay, because it's a lot going on in these streets. You know what I mean? We tend to forget shit. And then we get rocked to sleep to think that everybody is our friend again. It's all good. Put your guard down, and then boom, they hit you on the right side and break your jaw while you was looking that way. We was like, yo, what's going on with Thugger and YSL? And boom, oh shit. That's what happens. But if Thugger was home, you know what I mean? We probably could have gave a call to YSL and was like, yo, Thugger, we need you to clean up some race soldiers and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Here's their address. Go send the slimes and whatnot and handle that. You know what I mean? In the perfect world, that's how that shit would work. But that's what they say when the federales say, we've been watching you for 7 years. If you ever decided that you wanted to make a move like that, because they're watching all of the gangs, they're watching all of the rap groups, if they ever got on the phone and started talking like that, if they ever got an inclination to be in the studio and started talking like that, that's when the feds did a sweep. You see how that works? That's when they come and do the sweep. The minute that the niggas try to get radicalized, the feds did the sweep. That's when they come and do the sweep. They did it on a brother in New York named Rod Diggs, right? He was a major Superior Blood. He started talking radicalization. Feds came and did a sweep. They gave his ass 3 life terms and whatnot. That's what they do. So the surveillance aspect of them tapping everybody's phones and whatnot and being able to have informants and whatnot is they're trying to figure out which one of you niggas want to get reactionary and start running down on these quote unquote white boys. If you ever had the inclination to try to do some shit like that, even the minute you niggas get on the highway to make the move, that's when them helicopters finna pop up. Fed's gonna do a sweep. So you can't even move like that. They have niggas completely boxed in right now because, like I said before, there is no more hip hop police. It's only the feds. And what the feds do is the Federal Bureau of Investigation. They surveil, they watch, and they surveil. They gather evidence and whatnot. So by the time they put you niggas in the Cobra clutch and whatnot, you niggas just have to tap out because they got you in the Boston Crab. You can't wiggle out of it. Cannot wiggle out of it. So the fear of a Blackamoor Messiah, my nigga, is still here. Oh, did I say American gods? I meant the fear of a Blackamoor Messiah. What am I talking about?
To this day.
That's what I mean.
To this day.
Not American gods. The fear of a Blackamoor Messiah series. It's time for that to come back. What am I saying? That's what's going on. It's the fear of a Blackamoor Messiah. That's why they're gonna these rap groups starting to get too rich. These niggas is running around making a lot of money, selling a lot of, substances and other things on the side and whatnot. They have they got artillery, military style artillery, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars that their team is getting, not even the rappers. They setting up their team and whatnot to make mad money and whatnot. And they have a proclivity to kill. Right, and they're paid. They're hitmen at this point. So you got hitmen. You got inside of these groups. These niggas have now created hitmen. To whereas if you just drop 10 bands, 20 bands, 30 bands, a nigga will go and spin the block and body anything. You know what I mean? So the feds is like, nah, these niggas is a little out of line and whatnot. We got to clean them up because they have the proclivity to do some shit. They are wild cards. What is a wild card? A wild card means that the quote unquote behavior analysis or the people who will behavior predict the predictions, even when they run it through the computers, they're like, nah, these niggas have the capability to go ahead and stain some white shit. You know what I mean? They have the capability because if they clapping at the police and whatnot, then they'll clap at these other people. So they have the ability to spin the block and wet something in the name of, they might get radicalized on some black power shit if they have the ability to meet up with one of the thought leaders, right? If they have the ability to meet up with one of these quote unquote influencers or these conscious niggas and they get together and they put a bug in their ear, oh man, that's their worst nightmare. That's their worst nightmare. They can't have it because it's going to create too many wild cards and you could radicalize real hitters and whatnot, right? And then it will go all the way back to what they were fighting back in the days with the Panthers and whatnot. During the earlier days of COINTELPRO #1, we were on COINTELPRO 2.0 right now. They can't afford that. So they snatching niggas up. They doing asset forfeitures. They taking all of your money, all of your jewelry, all of your cars, all of your houses, and they're gonna put you back on zero. The lawyers is gonna squeeze all of your pay. Everything that you got, they're gonna empty out your bank accounts, fight in the case and whatnot, and then you're gonna be shrunken like Mario Brothers when he goes, when he gets hit up and he gets small and whatnot. They're gonna take these niggas back to mortal size. And then you won't never be thinking about spinning the block after that. You won't ever think. And then, niggas will come home after doing 30 years and start a basketball league and be like, yo, I want to help the hood I want to help out the hood. I think that I hurt the hood and whatnot. And then you'll do an interview with Vlad or his son. It's a cycle, my niggas. I seen it happen mad times. The INFAC got infiltrated. Yeah, you don't say. Yeah, Young Thug was building out Slimeville. They was like, we can't have none of that. Like, we got to pull the plug, nigga. Y'all trying to act, y'all trying to inspire these brain dead niggas to do something. Y'all trying to inspire these niggas to do something. The new rappers have more money, so the white supremacists and the feds know that they can be a problem. America fears blacks behaving like young militant Arabs. You're exactly right, King Dawood. You know what I mean? That's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? They like, because they're watching them. They're listening to they got the phones tapped, so they in the studio sessions watching and listening. They tapping niggas on. I didn't even know that they could tap FaceTime. Allegedly, they could tap FaceTime. So, you know, they be hearing conversations. They be hearing conversations, and don't think that every conversation is completely knuckle dragger. Like some of the times these niggas snap out of their spells. And I mean, look at the world that we live in. You got to be completely brain dead. I mean, I'm talking about you have to have 2% of your brain working to be melanated and to not have a militant thought cross your mind and be able to express it in a room full of niggas when, you know, when there's so much stuff going on in the world right now. Are you serious? Are you serious? This is the roaring 20s. I would like to say that there was the soaring 20s. They can't hear spirit though. What does that mean? Why people from the conscious community quiet about in fact? You got to ask them, bro. I have no idea. You know what I mean? You got to ask them. I don't think people from the conscious community bought the whole in fact thing as it was anyway. You know what I mean? They was excited in the beginning, but I think that they slowed down on that a long time ago. But my question is this: where, even though in fact might have got infiltrated, there was 10,000. How many people walked on Stone Mountain in 2020 with the blickies? Huh? How many? Wasn't it a lot of them? So where are they at? You know, where's the legal gun owners at as a collective? Because you don't have to be underneath the banner of the INFACT and whatnot. Y'all got blickies and whatnot. You don't need a leader. So where's that? Where are they at? You know what I mean? Like where's the armed security at? You know what I'm talking about? They was mad deep. Did that just disappear? Like the niggas, would they sell guns, toys for tots? You know what I mean? Did they give up the hammers? You know what I'm saying? Like where are they at in an aspect of military training? You know, I know Professor Griffith's doing a thing. Yeah, they leader got ran down by the feds, but you don't need a leader if you already bought the gun. You got the gun, my nigga. Nobody's telling you to shoot it and whatnot. Just you holding the gun is enough to incite not fear, but protection, because this is something that Black women still need to see. In Atlanta, at Tassili's in the West End, and even at Wadada, when I was doing Melanin Mondays in the West End, I had armed security, young Black men, you know what I mean, who was hip hop, young brothers with locks and all the face tats, and they had hammers. They would stand there with their guns. You understand? Because we was in the West End, and in the West End, that's where Little Baby and them is from. Nigga, they get busy out there. So we had armed security at all times. You know what I mean? When I would walk outside with the little, you know, with the money and whatnot, it might have been a few $100. Wasn't no fucking real money, but they would walk me to my car. Whenever one of us had to go somewhere, they would walk us down the block. They had the hammer. They didn't have to hold it in their hands. They was sending out enough fucking signals, you know what I mean, that they meant business. So where are they at? Where's the rest? And that was only like 5 of them. Where's the 995 other armed melanated men? I'm wondering. Ain't got time to be kidnapped. Kidnapped for what? You already stepped out, my genius. You already made your debut. You can't fall back after you step out. I don't care if they cut the head off. That's why I'll be like, you can't have no leaders in these new organizations. This is why, and this is not a shameless plug. This is about just keeping it at 1,000. What we did on Sunday, if anybody was in the motherfucking building And when you heard me break down what a DAO is, a decentralized autonomous organizations, and I was sharing with y'all how these organizations already bought, these niggas are trying to buy the Denver Broncos. These are different, you could form this organization. The organization doesn't have hierarchy, right? The organization don't have a leader. It don't have a CEO, a CFO, and none of that shit. So you can't take the head off of that snake and whatnot. And these organizations is out here bodying shit. They try to buy the Constitution, my nigga. That's how real these niggas is getting with they shit. These niggas put up bids for the Constitution of America, right? They bought the Big Three. Ice Cube has the Big Three league. That they have a DAO that owns one of the teams in the league and whatnot. They out there trying to buy the Denver Broncos, my nigga. They making big moves. So that is a solution to the way that we keep getting checkmated, right? Because if they keep checkmating us, we got to try out a new motherfucking way. We have to have organizations where the individuals in the organizations are a little bit, you have voting rights and things like that, but there's no leader. You don't need a leader when it's time to protect the people. You just need protocol. You just need protocol. You got to lead yourself. Real talk. You was in the building? You know what I'm talking about? Did we make our case? Did we lay down some information because the information is for the the visionaries that are in the audience, the KTLians, the students that have vision, right? We are all wise and intelligent in our own ways. I am not the sharpest tool in the motherfucking box, right? Because if I was, I'd be in the wrong place, right? Why do you think the conscious community, why don't you think they bought into InFact? Bro, you have to ask. I'm not the spokesman for the conscious community. I got hyped when I seen the InFact on the 4th of July. I jumped out the window and niggas was like, you jumping too fast. Where did they come from? Who are they? Who is this guy? Where did he come from? And then all of this information started coming out on him that he was a Republican. This nigga was running with Trump before, and I still didn't say nothing against him, right? And then he caught a Fed case, and they told him he couldn't go on social media, which probably was a good thing sometimes. You know what I mean? Because there was a lot of rebel rousing taking place, and that's not what we need and whatnot. We didn't need rebel rousing. We didn't need that. We just needed the presence of some well-trained brothers and sisters who are, who were stern in their beliefs, that they was willing to lay this shit on the motherfucking line for their people. To just start with that. We could have created budgets to be like, yo, we want y'all to patrol, all of these neighborhoods that need patrolling and whatnot. The conscious businesses, the conscious business owners, here, we got a bag for you. Go and stand in front of slutty vegan, my niggas. You know what I mean? Come and hold down the festivals and whatnot. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and buy some land and whatnot, because Brother Ben X and the Hereafter Farms, they bought about 400 acres, and y'all could have, they could have turned that into training facilities. He wasn't running with Trump. Fam, I'm not, look, that's not that, you know what I'm saying? It's neither here nor there at the end of the day, It's neither here nor there at the end of the day. You know what I'm talking about? Like I said before, a lot of those organizations, y'all don't need a leader. You should appoint somebody to speak for y'all, but everything don't need a fucking leader, because that's not the era that we're in right now. You know what I mean? That's not the era that we're in. Because if your leader has any flaws, it's going to taint the whole organization and whatnot. Your leader has to be 100 in order for shit to really fly like that, especially somebody that pops up out of nowhere. Oh, he was running for president. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. you know. And salute to that man, you feel me? And salute to that man and protection to him, his family, and everything and whatnot. But that doesn't answer the question. Where is the rest of the members? Where's the other 10,000 members? Because the communities need them. Y'all disappeared, and there was all of these fucking wars in Black America, and nobody showed up. I don't understand. Once you pull up, you pulled up. Once you pull up, my nigga, we all put our life on the line. Let's not even go there. You know what I mean? When I put my face out there, I couldn't take my face back. My mama put her face out there in the 80s. She couldn't take her face back. Once we stepped over the fucking line, my nigga, we was over the line. There's no more step. You can't go back after you step over the line. So once that organization stepped over the line and you had them people taking pictures of y'all and the drones and everything, you was over the line. So there is no fucking disappearing after that, my nigga. Once you step over the line, you over the line. Man up and pull up. And what I'm saying is, y'all didn't pull up. Y'all didn't pull up. Y'all been absent for years. The fuck is you talking about? Everybody out here putting their life on the line. We could get mowed down any minute for the shit that we standing on. And y'all got scared of something? And it wasn't even no smoke. No fruit flies even died yet. You got scared? So the boys started running down, lining brothers up. The thing that happened to the good brother, what's his name? Where he shot the policeman, allegedly. Right? They lined that brother up. I think that was in West Palm or something in Florida. What was his name? It started with an O. Right? And then there was another incident. So I'm like, oh shit, shit is getting a little fucking, shit is getting a little shaky and whatnot. But what about people like New Era Detroit? They outside, they've been outside. What about the people, like I said, Othor Wallace, right? The good brother Othor Wallace. Salute to him and his family. He, they allegedly they lined him up because I saw the cam and whatnot. They was trying to murk him. They was trying to murk that man. Yeah, Ozone. I seen the camera and whatnot. It looked like they was trying to line him up. So he had to defend himself. He felt that his life was threatened and whatnot. And that was around the same time that they was murking people and shit like that. So yeah, whatever happened. But once you step over that line, you a big stepper at this point. You need to step. So what's going on? The Moors is being followed. The NOI and the FOI is being followed. You understand? The conscious teachers get stopped in airports. They being followed. What are you talking about? Everybody's under surveillance and being followed. You signed up for this life. Did you not know? Did nobody tell you what this shit is about? This is life or death. This is not play. This is not play. This is it. There's no turning back, my nigga. You here until you check out. This is not the fucking Jesse Jackson movement. So all I'm saying is, even if it's not the situation underneath the same name, we have seen that there are a large number of our people who are armed and ready, and they look ready. Tactical training, survival training, all of that. They look ready. So at the end of the day, we are saying, where are they? Because we could utilize some of their wisdom. We could utilize some of their quote unquote action or activities. We could utilize some of their quote unquote service. At the end of the day, no matter where we live. We have melanated businesses that need protection. We have melanated women that need protection. We got communities that need protection. There's festivals that are taking place and they need your presence. They need you to be there with us because we got you. Do you need some of us to help you with ancestor veneration and how to protect yourself on the spirit realm so you fear no man? Because that's where we at with it at this point. There's no turning back. If you signed up for it, well, God damn it, step, my niggas, step up. That's it. There's nothing else to say. You will be rewarded. It's going to be bumpy and whatnot. You send a motherfucking waves of shocks through the hearts and minds of them people them. But for some reason and somehow, you know what I mean? Them people, they push back against our people even stronger as a result of that. Look at what happened. They start pushing wigs back of our people and whatnot. And then we are where we at right now. We at where we at right now. So many egos have formed in the past, you know, recent years. You know what I mean? Niggas get on TV. You feel me? So many gross super egos and whatnot be forming and whatnot. And that shit be looking disgusting. People start smelling themselves and it becomes a popularity contest and this ego shit. And I really am tired of that shit. If you niggas wanted to be celebrities, and I'm not talking to nobody in particular, just say it. You know what I'm talking about? Just say it. We could have got you the fucking star or the bird on Twitter. You know what I mean? We get you verified, nigga. You could get lit. Just say it. But it seems as if motherfuckers put these clothes on and they just step up so they could be the man. I'm here to let you know, public service announcements. There is no man in this shit. I was the man in this shit. You niggas is not Young Jeezy. What'd he say? Last year, said I was the man in this shit. No, you and they be living out rapper aspirations. You want to be Big Slime, and that's not what this is. You gonna get some box, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Your DMs will get lit if you stay on the course, nigga. You know what I mean? But all of that fake chasing fame and niggas want to be celebrities, you want to have cooking shows and all of this stupid shit, nigga. Like, you got this shit fucked up. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. Don't get caught up in the illusion that some of these charlatans and these fake conscious niggas be putting out here, because as you can see, they keep getting sat down like this is musical chairs. You know what I mean? It's too many real ancestors on the other side that's going to allow fuckery to keep fucking shit up. You know what I mean? They're going to sit you niggas down and cut your legs off, because that's all I see when I look around. It's more conscious niggas on the yard than is rappers these days.
To this day. To this day.
It's mad conscious niggas spinning the yard and whatnot. And when I was coming up, that was that never happened. Nobody was in jail, nigga. Nobody had cases. You know what I'm talking about? And whatever cases that they did have, it was some shit that the government was trying to put against people for them being who the fuck they were. Not rape, not pedophilia. Not none of that lower level demonic shit that I be hearing about. But niggas want followers. They want to be verified. You know what I mean? They want all of this stupid shit. And I'm like, how, Sway? How? Who even told you that where did you get that from? What made you think that you could come up in here and be a celebrity? You niggas want to meet Jay-Z that bad? You know what I'm talking about? You want to meet Big Hove that bad, my niggas? It's becoming disgusting, bro. So much backbiting. backstabbing, sneak dissing, hate. I'm talking about big heavy H, hate. Niggas really hate the next man just because the sun is shining on them. Or because women got their names, other women got brothers' names in their mouth. Niggas is hating on the next man. They despise, they will sabotage everything that you're about just because you have grace and favor. It's disgusting, y'all. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea how fucking putrefying this movement is, bro. Yeah, they want to get invited to the Rock Nation virtual brunch.
To this day. To this day.
These niggas want Beyonce to wink at them. That's a fact. The ultimate goal in 80% of these niggas is to take a picture next to Hove. I'm dead ass, bro. You think I'm playing? I'm so sincere, nigga. I've been in these circles, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I'm so sincere. Y'all have no idea the level of animosity, backbiting, hating, sabotaging, gossiping. I'm talking about this shit is disgusting on all fronts. Real fucking talk. That's why you don't see a lot of shit getting done, and a lot of people just got to stick to themselves and whatnot, because it's a cesspool, bro. It really is. It's a cesspool up in this bitch. That's why niggas be in hiding and what. There's certain conscious people that cannot come outside because they done sneak this niggas too much. They got so much fucking ops that they will get destroyed if they pop up in the wrong place. You know what I'm talking about? Real talk. And then y'all would get mad at the people who stomped them out and be like, oh, that's not right. Where's the unity? No, nigga, y'all don't know what these niggas be doing. Email campaigns. You know what I'm talking about? All kind of, I'm just saying, nasty shit behind scenes. Disgusting. Niggas is disgusting. Real talk. And they be positioning themselves like they leaders. And they leeches. So when you see people get discouraged and they pull the plug and they pull a Kendrick where they be like, I can't please everybody. I'm just focusing on me. You know what I mean? My past life transgressions, raising my seeds and enjoying my family for what it's worth. Just understand where some of these decisions come from and whatnot, because everybody cannot necessarily walk around with machetes and knives and swords in their backs and keep smiling in the face of their frenemies and whatnot, because niggas are jealous. You know? Where you at, Destiny? You got to take care of the spam. You know? When you start talking about them people, certain things start popping up. The bots, you know what I'm saying? The bots. Because YouTube, the same way with Twitter, is filled up with millions of fake users, millions of bots, right? Millions of bots. So a lot of the people, a lot of the comments, a lot of the followers, it's all bot city. It's bots and thoughts, right? That's what we got. That's what we going up against these days. And there's niggas of thoughts too. Let's be clear. And I'm not just being sexist with it. There's male thoughts, you know what I mean? And they thought harder than some of these thirst trapper thoughts too. So we got thoughts and bots that we got to deal with, you know what I mean? And it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, Freddie Gibbs got a whole nother this nigga got another person chilling on his eye. The fuck, man. Shit crazy out here. He got jumped the same day that the white boy killed 20. That's the irony in it all. In Buffalo, in the same city, they went and beat her. I seen the video on TMZ. They was beating this nigga's ass in a restaurant in front of all of these good white people. You know what I'm saying? People had to get out the restaurant and jump in their car and shit like that. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. This nigga, he might as well just get a endorsement deal with Uber Eats, because every time he go eating, somebody beat his ass. What's going on, Freddie? They got the rabbit. What's going on, Frederick? You know what I mean? Every time you go for something to eat, niggas is wearing you out, right? Like you got restaurant. This nigga has a restaurant spell on him. Yeah, this blood moon is definitely one for the ages. Y'all should pay attention. This Scorpio blood moon, this is one for the ages. Everything that you saw was dealing with the energy of this moon. From Young Thug, from Kevin Samuels to Young Thug, to going to Freddie Gibbs getting his ass worn out, to the fucking shooting that took place. Everything is dealing with this dark Scorpio energy, right? The group, the gang, the Young Thug is affiliated with is called Sex, Money, Murder. That's what it's all over the indictment. That's Scorpio, sex, money, and murder. Scorpio is money. It's in the Taurus, like Blue Pill pointed out, it's in Taurus season, so Taurus is money, but Scorpio is also money. Scorpio is definitely sex, and Scorpio is definitely murder, right? And they reveal to the world, you know what I mean? Because I didn't even know the body count was what it was. 50 bodies, right? They charged them with 50 bodies in a land. That's a lot of black men. That's a lot of young niggas getting a wig pushed back. 50 bodies. Then the next day on Saturday, Little Keed, his artist, who was like his protege, he dies of kidney failure at 24, more death, right? If anybody could point out what body part, kidneys or liver, is associated to what planet or what sign and whatnot, he dies. Then you have the massacre that takes place in Buffalo, right? And in the New York Empire State, right? And we've explained how the Empire State is theoretically the only state in the Union, right? Everything else, the New York State is the only state of the ecclesiastical, the Union that's tied into Europe, right? It's not just, it's not what you think it is. This 50 states and all of that, the USA. No, nigga, this ain't it. You know what I mean? Don't get rocked to sleep. This ain't what you think it is. So in New York State, they have a massacre, but like I said earlier, the massacre consecrates the manifesto. The manifesto is now written in blood, and so the manifesto being written in blood is going to live longer than the massacre. It's going to live longer than the quote unquote 10 people, because they're going to forget about them by next week. But the manifesto lives on forever. You know what I mean? In chat rooms, on 4chan, on 8chan, and other places. Yes, that's that crazy, Scorpio energy, right? 21 people got shot in Milwaukee over the weekend, and Chicago is still turning up. The fucking feds, the army ran up in Chicago this week and whatnot. The whole they had the fucking army, my nigga, on O Block, right? So the indictments and all of the things that's going on, that energy, the sudden death of Kevin Samuels, right? That's all Scorpio. All right. So this moon, the power of this moon, it reached all the way back from there and it's going to go all the way forward. So for the next week or two, just be very mindful of that and move diligently, because it's people out here looking for smoke and whatnot and provoking people. You don't want to get caught up in that energy because it's almost like a trap. You do not want to get caught up in that energy. I'm telling you, you know what I mean? It's a dark energy. So you would fare better if you was kind of like to fall back and stay out of that, stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? Stay out the way. You don't need that. It's chaos energy, right? It's chaos energy like a motherfucker. And after chaos comes order and things of that nature. There's work to be done. And the work to be done is the work that you can do in the shadows with you and yours. You know what I mean? That's the best thing to do in these days and times. You have a soundtrack that will provide you with the tools and whatnot, or the inspiration with the Kendrick album, right? And I pointed out that the Big Stepper, thank you everybody for the cash apps. If you want me to read your name, just say it. Sometimes people want to be private and whatnot, but if you want me to read your name, I will put it out there to give y'all public thank yous and whatnot and put it on a record. But the big stepper, Mr. Morale, the big stepper is Little Kodak, right? The reason why Kodak is featured heavily on the album, the same way that DJ Kid Capri was featured heavily on Damn, is because it is a quote unquote concept album. So we don't know Kendrick Lamar or any of his aliases to be a big stepper. We don't know Kendrick Lamar to be a gangster. He's not a stepper, right? But he comes from an area in Compton and whatnot, where the gang members are considered to be the big steppers. He's been invoking their energy his whole career, but he has not become, he's in it, but not of it. So he speaks about them from the way a poet will speak about a war and whatnot, even though the poet doesn't have to be a soldier fighting the war, catching the bodies and whatnot, but the poet can articulate what it is that he's seeing through his eyes or what he's hearing in his ears and whatnot. So the muse, when you research what a muse is, right? When you research what a muse is, he's his artistic muse. So the muse of the big stepper is the big stepper of them all, Mr. Kodak Black. Yak, my nigga Yak. He said, I'm more Kodak than I'm pro-black. He said, I'm more Kodak than I'm pro-black. So he identifies with the mentality of the big steppers and whatnot, because that's what he's grown up around. Similar to any of us who have grown up heavily influenced by the dark side, right? Some of us were influenced by the environments of what we grew up around. I grew up around a nice environment. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up around no fucking nightmares and terrors and whatnot, but down the block it was. You know what I'm talking about? And I was drawn to that shit. So I could relate. You know what I mean? I could relate and I can articulate some of the things that I've seen, some of the things that I had played my hand with, some of the things that, you know, sometimes you play your hand and you get burnt and whatnot. You know what I mean? I got burnt a few times, putting my hand in fire. A muse is a person or personified force who is the source of inspiration for a creative artist. So people are being what? Judgmental once again and talking about Kodak and his rap sheet and what he did and all of this, losing the whole purpose of why that is exactly why he's the muse, because he has the track record to prove. He has the rap sheet, he has the controversial past and whatnot. And if anybody is from Dade County, you know that them boys is stepping, right? You know that them boys is stepping. So this is still a level of art, artistry that an artist such as Kodak Black is willing to pull off in front of the world and whatnot. He doesn't necessarily have to explain himself. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, right? Is New York worse now than the tunnel days? In some degrees, yeah. In some degrees, you know, I would say that the tunnel days is more exciting. It was more dangerous and it was more exciting and whatnot. But I don't know what's going on in New York at the moment with the drill rappers and all of the beefs and shit like that. It's dangerous, and it's exciting for the children, I guess, people of the younger age, but it's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. But the energy from the tunnel era when Biggie was alive, there's never an energy that can match that in New York ever. You know what I mean? So yeah, the energy of the tunnel days when Big was on the rise, when Jay-Z was just coming up, when the Locks was brand new, Mace was getting hot, Harlem was popping, New York, Brooklyn was lit. Nah, nigga, there's nothing that could fuck with that. That was a crystallized era, and we're still living in the shadows of that. Yeah, Broward County, you know, yeah, Pompano Beach and all of that. Yeah, that part. You feel me? So it's like you can't really judge an artist when they're doing their art, because Kendrick said, I don't care if you judge me. That's what he's saying all over the album. I can't please everybody. I can't please let me do my work. I've been going through some shit for thousands of days in my mind. I've been in the mountains fighting demons and whatnot. I got generational curses to break. My mama, she was assaulted. She was sexually abused. You know, I got shit that I need to work through. That's what he's saying on the album. He's being very open and he's revealing his heartstrings. You know what I'm saying? And by him being transparent and being one of the biggest artists of our genre and whatnot, what I'm saying is he can be your muse, right? So he used Kodak as a muse, but he could be your muse. Now he's your muse. So when you get into your healing and whatnot, or when you want to dive a little bit deep into your family and whatnot, or when you want to put some of the pieces back together in your marriage, because his wife's name is Whitney. And throughout the whole album, he's speaking about Whitney, infidelity that he caused against her, some of the breaks that he had in his marriage. He even said that he had to leave for a while and be in solitude, but he has two beautiful seeds and whatnot, and he feels that he has to be there for his offspring, is who, you know, his seeds, his future. You know, you see her on the album cover, she looked tired. You know what I'm talking about? She looked a little tired. You know? She looked a little tired, you know? And when you think about it, what if you was the wife of one of the biggest stars on the planet? You know what I mean? Because remember, this is pop culture. This is not just regular hip hop anymore. You're a global phenomenon. Can you sleep good at night? Peace, Tyrane. Can you sleep comfortable at night? If you have trust issues, or you know what I mean? If you're not fucking 100% confident, if you're not in a mirror like, I'm that bitch, like I'm her. Listen, yeah, that part. You know what I mean? Like, do you want that weight, my nigga? Do you really wish for something like that on your shoulders? And men, imagine you were with one of the baddest women on the whole planet, and men are, I'm talking about, she has a legion of, it's like China in her DMs. You know how it's 8 billion, it's like how many billion people in China? Her DMs is China, nigga. And not Black China either, China. She got billions of DMs from thirsty niggas from Nigeria and all over the world and whatnot. Dubai, they inviting her to come over there so they could poop on her. You know what I mean? The athletes is trying to give her Chanel bags and some Celine and whatnot. And anything that you do, yo, take the garbage out. Man, you take it out. Okay, I'm going to my DMs. No, I got the garbage. My bad, I'm just playing. She got you on a fucking string, my nigga. You on a tightrope. You on pins and needles. You walking on eggshells, nigga, because everybody wants your woman. You understand? She got more dick pics than a little, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? She's just sought after. People want to kill you for her. You understand? Niggas is cutting your brakes and whatnot. They putting fucking you know, they poison in your coffee. You know what I mean? You can't trust nobody because you're with a woman that everyone desires. You might have to fight a whole kingdom to keep her. Are you ready for that type of fucking stress? Are you ready for that? Yeah, nigga, don't let Champagne Poppy pull up to the DM. She was waiting for that one. She was ignoring everything else. She was like, you know what? This what it's gonna be. This what it's gonna be. Like, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finna be loyal and everything. Like, but there's just one nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because I get a lot of DMs, but I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Like, you know, I maintain. I've been through mad scandals and everything with you. But if this nigga Drake pulls up, if this nigga Drake pulls up, you gotta have to give me 24 hours like the Purge, because. Girl, listen. Like, you know what I mean? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that type of stress? You put all your eggs in that basket. Your whole heart is in her. You body something for her. You know how men do. Men, you know, we'll spin the block for some box. You know what I mean? We'll spin the block for our wife, for the wifey. Like, you know, it's a whole wing, it's a whole fucking tier in the prisons in every single state, filled up with niggas who kill something over their whiz. You know what I mean? Like, let's be clear. Okay, then. You know, it's a lot of stress dealing with somebody that's highly sought after. Yeah, they was telling Kevin Samuels they want a high value man and whatnot. It's a lot of shit come with that. You know what I'm talking about? It's a lot of things that come with that. That you gotta be you gotta be on your motherfucking on your A game at all times, because the sniper gang is out. They trying to snipe you at all turns. They trying to snipe you at all turns. Yeah, niggas need a hall pass. You know what I mean? We got to purge the fucking temptation out our system. Give us maybe 48 hours. You know what I mean? 24 ain't enough. You know what I mean? Let me go on a vacation by myself. You know what I'm saying? Get all of this out of me. You know. Shorty that cried when yeah. That was embarrassing. I saw that video. That was highly embarrassing. You know what I mean? Um he needs to get out immediately. Brother, if you're watching this, you know what I'm saying? Hit the side door. You know what I mean? Get out. Have pass, nigga. Get out like the movie, please. She's not her. She's not gonna be there forever. You know. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all. It's been very good being in the building with the family. As always, I'm always honored to be in y'all presence. You know what I mean? I really mean that. It does a lot for me and my mental health to do these shows every Monday and Thursday, to know that, you know, y'all still rocking with the best. You know what I mean? Y'all still in the building, you know, to have these conversations with y'all in the chat. It is always worth it. You know what I mean? And I want to say thank you. And y'all stay, you know, there's a lot of videos on this channel over the past few days. So if you do want to go dive in, you know what I mean, and check out what we put up here over the past few days, starting from Saturday, the shit's been lit. You know what I mean? So the commentary is upstairs. It's worth it. You know what I mean? It's a good time to spend some of your time. It's highly enlightened. On Saturn Day's show, I broke down a lot of things about the moon in Scorpio, the blood moon. So if you want to tap into that, this lecture, I promise you, this shit is about 4.5 hours. Not even, it's not a lecture. I have to be careful with these titles. It's a workshop. We do lectures, but this is a workshop. The good brother Slice took you to the metaverse. We had another brother, next era gamer. He brought other people on. They broke down so much info. The value on this shit right here, I promise you, and I'm not cold selling you. I'm not a fucking salesman, my nigga. You know what I mean? I'm not a salesman. That's not one of my strong points. I don't be selling people nothing, but I'm letting you know. For 2022, this workshop right here will get you on the motherfucking road, because crypto was back up. You know what I mean? The shit fell and everything, but like we explained, it's a clearance sale. It's going back up. You got to take full advantage, and it's bigger than just crypto, because like I said, crypto is tied into all of this stuff, but this is, we didn't you know, we breezed on the crypto, but none of this is really dealing with cryptocurrency. This is dealing with the different worlds that exist inside of the digital economy. Okay, the digital economy is bigger than crypto. It's too much money invested. It's too many things already in play. It's not going anywhere. Believe me when I tell you, don't let nobody pull you out of your motherfucking trick bag. The evolution has already been digitized. It's no turning around. Once you cross that line, the line is crossed. The evolution will be digitized. So don't get rocked to sleep. They do it to us every single year. They've been doing it since 2008. Bitcoin by itself already died 300 something times. So imagine a person who has been having to endure news reports, the mainstream media, friends and family clowning them about, oh, your shit bottomed out. Well, guess what, nigga? It's rising up like Jason. This is like Friday the 13th, episode 333. You know what I mean? Picture if they continue to franchise into 330 something. That's what the Bitcoin shit is. So don't get fooled. Get the information while the learning curve is still here for you to catch up. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. So KTL University is where you can get the replay. And If you don't want to get the replay, it's still all love. If you want to watch any of the old episodes, Blue Pill, he did something earlier today. I did something earlier today with 19 keys. It's on the page. It's super lit. It's a good it's a high level conversation. You know what I mean? And we'll be back for Third Eye Thursdays, inshallah. You know what I mean? I think I'm bringing Al-Keeb along with me because we're going to be talking about our upcoming class that will be at the end of the month. High science. Prepare yourself. Get ready. Put on your motherfucking thinking cap because we're going back to the metaphysics. We're going back to the science, and we're going back upstairs so we could expand our brains. You know what I mean? We don't, because at the end of the day, it's so many other things out here dumbing us down and keeping us at a mundane level. We got to raise the bar, right? And that's the purpose of why I'm here, is to help raise the bar and to sharpen our tools. Steel sharpen steel. So with that being said, love and light to y'all. Peace. Hit the Cash App. Phil Moreland. Money sign Phil Moreland. All right. 1.